Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we're kind of in a rather large war. That said, we only have two major threat points here from what I can identify. First is these remnants of the Transaru fleet over here. This fleet is currently a strength 36k fleet. It's actually going to attack our Juggernaut over here, unless our Juggernaut can get out, which I want to bring our Juggernaut all the way over here, if possible. And I want to bring these guys back to try to defend the Juggernaut. That said, the Juggernaut may be able to defeat this fleet on its own. I would hope so, because I don't want to have to rebuild the Juggernaut. That would be awkward. It is in home territory, and we do have our edicts out. Now, we could potentially put even more edicts out. What are we running for guns on this thing? I don't actually know. Giga cannons and hangar bays, matter disintegrators, and Gauss cannons. With that in mind, volatile ammunition becomes something that we want to do. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so that is this threat point over here, right? They've got a decently strong fleet here. We have an almost maxed fleet over... Actually, it is a maxed fleet over here, which is currently 228k strength. I think it'll lose some strength when it enters enemy territory over here. But for right now, this fleet should be capable of taking these guys on, especially with this fleet coming back to pincer. So we're going to bring it over this way. Now, the other threat point is this fleet right here. This 174k fleet with a 41k fleet helping it. Now, we currently have a 182k fleet here with a 11.9k station helping. And we're defending. Plus we have all of our edicts out. So this fleet may be able to fight this off on their own, but they're going to take extreme losses. To that end, I think we're going to go ahead and bring in the Throndraite shards over here. Now, I already ordered in the last episode the Frisidian shards to make their way over. I think we're going to change that plan. And we're going to have the Frisidian shards remove the FTL inhibitor on this orbital habitat. Okay. So that's the idea here. We'll see how this ends up playing out. Hopefully the Juggernaut gets out of there. Where did they go, actually? Where did this fleet go? They were entering hyperspace to go this way. Weren't they? Oh, they went this way. Okay. That's actually better for us. These guys are jumping over here, which means that we can catch this little fleet, but they're just grouping up currently. Okay. So we are currently at 12,000 alloys. We are going to go ahead and reinforce. And we are just pumping out the ships right now. Interestingly, the mega shipyard isn't getting really used currently, which I find kind of weird. Okay, we have engaged over here. This is fine. We expected this.
Hostile fleet rumbled.
And they are converging on us. All of their fleets are together. And to that end, I want to grab this station. There we go. Here they come. However, they're split up by a decent margin. At least a few days. Okay. How are we doing up over here? Have they decided to attack? No, they're backing off. That's good for us. Okay, we'll let that be for now. We can reinforce our fleets again. And we are going to take some hits over here. There is no doubt about that. But I think we will win this. I hope. Let's go ahead and get some reinforcements rolling. We are going to need more. This is definitely spicy. But if we win this engagement, that gives us basically free reign over the assimilators. And then we need to start pushing in over here with the Throndrate shards and the Frisidian shards. Right? Wait, who's here? The Lentopaz fragments. Right. Okay. So yeah, we'll push in this way. Okay. In theory... Oh, this is... Nope. We didn't quite pull this off. We're just going to retreat. Fair enough. We definitely did a ton of damage to them, though. So I'm bringing over the Trentite fragments here. And we'll finish them off if we can catch them. Okay. Next month tick, we'll be able to get all of them except for the Baronel fragments building. Which is perfect. And we'll need to get these moved into the Baronel fragments. Now, I am going to bring this mega shipyard over here. When are the Baronel fragments back? Almost a year. Okay. That's going to be lengthy. So. Trinzaru. They want a status quo, actually. I'm going to accept this. As I said in the last episode, this is going to create a lot of border gore. We will clean that up later. Right now, I want to turn the primary focus onto the Galactic Entente.
Innovation rollout.
We got a lot of territory out of that. And that's very, very good. Status quo. So, there's going to be a lot of Trinzaru assimilator pockets here. That's acceptable. For now. Now, these guys are going to need to move into the Baronel fragments, who are home-based where? I forget where the Baronel fragments are home-based. But they want a status quo peace, but they're not willing to achieve war goals yet. I want to move our armies, though. So we're going to group all of our armies together. And our primary army here, they're going to come over here if they can get there. That's going to take forever to get there. Okay, that's going to be exciting. We did, however, just get energy weapon attack speed. We're going to go for shield hit points next. Excellent. So the Throndrate shards and the Lentopaz fragments, they can actually continue pushing down over this way. And we will go ahead and get all of our remaining non-Baronel fragment ships queued up. Fantastic. Yeah, that's fine. We expect to lose those partially controlled systems. Okay, minerals from jobs. That's a very good thing for us to get right now. We'll go for armor hit points. And let's also go ahead and check through our planets. We got to make sure that we're keeping them up to date. This foundry station here could use a job. And so we'll do that. Fantastic. This refinery station here needs a job as well. We'll build a habitation district for the maintenance drone jobs. Same thing with these here. I'm slightly concerned about our mineral situation, but we may be able to do something about that. This is a generator station, and we're going to keep it that way. We'll go ahead and upgrade this and build a bioreactor. This is a foundry station, so we'll build an alloy foundry. And the same thing here. Excellent. This is a generator station, so we'll build a bioreactor. Same thing here. I do wish that bioreactors provided jobs, but alas, they do not. This is a foundry station. We need a job, so we'll do that. And the same thing here. Research station that needs a job. That's fine. We'll get those upgraded. And these research stations, okay, so we would need a research lab here, as well as here, as well as here. And of course, this is a forge world, so we will just build a pair of alloy foundries. Excellent. Okay. So the Baronel fragments aren't going to be back for a while. That's fine, because the Coruntine fragments are going to be coming online very shortly. We're currently fighting over here. That is acceptable. This gives us a gateway here if we can take this, which is pretty fascinating. These guys would accept a status quo. Well, do I care? Like, what would we end up not getting? We would end up not getting Zuner. You know what? That's fine. I'd like to free up the Sakurine shards. And then they can go attack over here. Excellent. I'm going to send the Throndraite shards up over this way to grab this system quick, and then the Lentopaz fragments, they're just going to chill there and wait for reinforcements. Okay. So we status quo'd out of this one, and we ended up getting the two systems over here that we actually cared about and left them their capital system. So yeah, there's border gore that we gotta clean up over here, but that's not currently our focus. The Frisidian shards can actually push up over this way, like so.
Innovation rollout.
Stampeding drones on Font of Knowledge. That's rude. We have sentinel posts here too. Oh well. Foundry arcology. Hello. We should change this to an Ecumenopolis foundry. We can only have the one? No, we can have more. We have plenty of housing here. How many of these can we have? We're lacking in minerals to make more. We've got auto forges on here already. We could, in theory, replace these affluent centers and this fortress with foundries as well. And probably these nourishment centers. We don't really care about that. Everything else here we would want to keep, for sure. So how many of these can we have in total? I have no idea. But we've got plenty of housing. So we're going to keep working on that, for sure. And we just finished army damage. That's fine. I think we'll go for food from jobs next. Okay. Trondrite shards, you guys can come on back. And Lentipaz fragments, you can push in over here. The Trondrite shards just behind you. Presidian shards are currently in battle. That is fine. Okay. These guys are actually not interested in a status quo right now, even though we're just fighting them. I want to manage our claims against the Pelsimius League here. I want to make sure that these systems in the L-Gate are currently claimed. They are indeed. We've got quite a few claimed systems over here. Cost 137 and 100. Okay. We don't have access up over here because of their rebels. That's fine. We can grab these over here. Overall, there's quite a few things that we can do here. We can maybe claim some of these systems against the Miravandia Trading Coalition. So we would essentially claim some of this, like down to here. There we go. Excellent. So that would be that idea. The Lentipaz fragments are still going to be, or rather the Baronel fragments, are still going to be away for a while longer. I can't help but notice... Okay. I seem to have messed something up here. We need another Titan. We need 8 battleships in this. We need 14 destroyers. And then we need 28 cruisers. No, 14 cruisers, 28 destroyers. I messed a lot of things up. And filling out the rest with corvettes. There we go. Excellent. So we're down to our claims maximum over there. So that's perfect. We will, of course, take this without any problems. Then you can come on over here. Fantastic. Now, I did want to check, actually. Not these bastions. We'll deal with those later. But I wanted to check Font of Knowledge itself. That is... Okay, that's one of these worlds. Right. The old capital of the Kemplar. Okay. So, some of these other worlds then. The Archives. Oh, that's just a nest planet. Okay. That's not an ecumenical planet. Sounds good. This habitat, of course, needs to be made into a foundry station, and given alloy foundries, there we go. Fantastic. Now then, we're not doing a whole lot right now. I want to take the Trentite fragments down over here, and I want to start attacking this direction, taking out some of these Synthoid link areas. So that should be good. Let's see. The shipyard can just station itself right there for now. And then Saccharine shards are up over here. And I'd kind of like for them... Well, we're going to have to bombard this FTL inhibitor, actually. That'll be fine. I'm not super interested in moving too much further over here unless we can deny them some decent shipyards. So we could come like this with the Trondrite shards and then like this with the Lentipaz fragments, keeping them close together in case that big Synthoid link fleet shows up, which is currently down over here. I have to assume when we threaten Targon that they're going to show up for that, though. At least I would hope they would. Okay, we are attacking over here. They have a decently strong fleet defending this. We should have no problem taking that out, though. This is going to hurt the Synthoid Link tremendously, losing this fleet. Because we can replace our losses. They are a lot more hard-pressed to do that. Our economic base is just so far ahead of them. Okay, so we are, of course, going to need to continue to reinforce our fleets. Oh, they are sending in another fleet. This is another little one, though, that we can easily deal with. This is very bad for them, to be losing these fleets. Okay. So now we can just push up to here. That's completely fine. Throndrate shards and Lentipaz fragments are split up and attacking over here. That's fine. And now, we're going to do a joint attack on Targon. They're thinking about attacking this territory. That's fine. Are they going to Hodus? They are. We have a gateway right here. Do we have anyone near a gateway? I mean, kinda. I wonder if they'll pull this fleet back when they realize that we're pushing this way. I mean, they're gonna have to fight this station, which they can beat. Don't get me wrong, they can beat that station. But they'll take losses doing it. We could send the Corentine fragments up over to here. Continue to reinforce them on the way. With just the ridiculous amount of alloys we're making. What is this fleet? That is not threatening. Okay. And we've got that well under control. Fantastic. Now, they do still have access to their gateway. So I'm going to push forward with the Lentipaz fragments, and we're going to have the Throndrate shards start bombarding over here. There we go. While they work on reinforcement. And I do want to bring the Corentine fragments down over here, and their reinforcements are going to come in. The Baronel fragments are still a ways away. We have all these ships for them. But actually they're going to be here momentarily. They come back on the 11th, which is 5 days. Okay, so as expected, these guys are going to attack over here. I'm not going to send these guys in. I don't want to lose that force. I'm just going to let them beat on this station. They'll take losses. They'll take the station. That's fine. The Baronel fragments are now back, so we are going to bring in all of these ships into the Baronel fragments. Like so. Fantastic. And then let's just double check here. Yeah, that all looks fine. So we're going to go ahead and hit that sweet, sweet reinforce fleet button. And maybe we should, well, we don't have a gateway super close. We've got this one. We could attack over here and go through here, theoretically. I wish we had access to this gateway. Or this gateway. Either would be nice. But alas, we do not. The Physidian shards, I think, well, they're going to have to bombard. So we're going to need to remove the FTL inhibitor on this orbital habitat. Okay. Next, the Lentipaz fragments. We want to push them up over here. Fantastic. Now, hypothetically, if they were to accept a status quo, it'd be awkward. It'd be very awkward. They haven't successfully invaded any of our planets, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, these guys over here, it's fully occupied by us, fully occupied by us. Why don't we go ahead and bring our army down this way? And then we can push forward with this fleet to here. Okay, sounds good. The 41k fleet, not a huge deal. I mean, we're definitely... I wouldn't argue necessarily winning this war, but we're making a good showing. Proving why they shouldn't attack us, is I guess what I would say. Now, that is FTL inhibited, but that's only in the station, so we can push on. And so we shall. Now, what is this fleet planning on doing, this big fleet? Just chilling here, and I'll allow it. That's buying us time. After all, this fleet is getting very close to being maxed out. We are currently making 4,500 alloys a month, which is going a long ways towards... What are we gonna... Energy credits in 12 months? Okay. I kind of don't care. That'll be okay. The Baronel fragments are not currently doing anything, and I think I want them to come up over here and attack. There we go. Now, these guys are currently at a strength of 134k. I definitely want them to continue to reinforce. How much do we need to fully reinforce these guys? It's unclear. Their Titan is still under construction, and they need a few more corvettes. Okay. But otherwise, they're good to go. So let's get these corvettes built. That will not take very long, considering we have a 100% boost multiple times over. Okay. We are under attack over here. That is acceptable. Hello, this fleet actually left. So we're going to come in over here and take back our station. We'll have some losses, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. We're producing a Corvette every 15 days, and we have so many parallel lines available. So yeah, these guys are backing off. That's a very good thing for us. Anyway, it is actually past time to put a cut in here. I got kind of wrapped up in this war. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we're going to see if we can continue turning this war around. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.